नाम क्या है?
Rights of wife.
Excellence.
स्लाइड्स कौन सी उसमें पड़े थे फोल्डर में? उसमें मजलिस में।
وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وبارك وسلم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وبارك وسلم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وبارك وسلم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم. رب زدني علما يا فتاح. رب يسر ولا تؤسر وتمم بالخير. Today we'll be so this topic that we were continuing with Sheikh Saab for the last three to 4 weeks now was rights of the wives, right? And Sheikh Saab, mashallah, has done all what we have discussed. So we'll just formally go through the presentation today and very quickly. So I'll not spend a lot of time in this because all of the topics Sheikh Saab had discussed in detail, right? So as we said initially, one of the key rights that needs to be given is or looked after for the wife is the financial rights. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned about one of the first one that we need to do in the financial rights is the mahar. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. The ayah that in Surah Nisa that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala وَآتُوا النِّسَاءَ صَدُقَاتِهِنَّ نِحْلَةً. Nihla is the word that in Arabic is used as the dowry. Something which is mandatory, and here it means dowry. وَإِن تِبْنَ لَكُمْ عَنْ شَيْءٍ مِّنْهُ نَفْسًا فَكُلُوهُ هَنِيًّا مَرِيًّا. To give women their dowry in good share, like with ihsan, right? Then if they forgo some of it of their own will, you may have it as pleasant and joyful. So it is mandatory for us to give dowry, right? Or dower, which is mahar, right? Now, um, it is the next word, the ayah that we are, and this is also something Sheikh Sahab has very clearly mentioned that if the woman herself wants to let go of it, is fine. But we should not force or pre-agree, because if we do, that is not right. We cannot do this. That we pre-agree that okay, I'll write this much of mahar in your nikah, or will say out loud for it, and then later on you forego and let it go. This is not right. We cannot do that. It is mandatory. We have to give. And if by herself she lets it go, then that's fine. There's no thing. But we should not be doing a pre arrangement for this thing. Second is obviously spending in making sure that her financial needs are taken care of, and this is also something that we have already covered. So I'm just very briefly touching upon things which are there in the Quran and Hadith, but really not going into those details because we have already very in detail gone through them with Sheikh Saab. لِيُنْفِقُ ذُو سَعَةٍ مِّن سَعَتِهِ, that you let a man of wealth provide according to his means. And if someone is really a rich person, then he should provide for his wife according to where his status is, right? It cannot be a uniform thing that a person who does not have a lot of wealth should also spend similar amounts. So we cannot give that, okay, you have to give a house of this size to your wife, and you need to provide this much of pocket money and all. This cannot be uniform. It has to be based on what one has. But to spend on your wife is all something that is necessary. But as of what you have in yourself. So what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has provided you. As for the one with limited resources, let him provide according to whatever Allah has given him. Allah does not require of any soul beyond what He has given it, and hardships Allah will bring about ease. So after every hardship, Allah will bring about ease, right? And then what Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has said, قال Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam tasaddaqu, that give charity. فَقَالَ رَجُلٌ يَا رَسُولَ اللَّهِ عِنْدِي دِينَارٌ, that I have a dinar. Who should I spend? And so the first person that you should spend money on, yourself, right? It is yourself. So first person that you spend money on, your money that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given you, is yourself. And then if you have enough, then you spend on your wife. Then you spend on your children. Then you spend on the slaves that you have, and then whoever you want. So this is the sequence that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given through His messenger, that what is the sequence that you should spend. The first thing that you should spend is the one yourself and the one closest to you, and then go out. We should not, it's like those who spend, sometimes some people actually do it the other way. So they spend all around them, but not to the close and dear ones, or to themselves. They themselves are living in a very small house, even though Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given them a lot. So that is not something that we should do. So again, just continuing with the spending, it is a reward. In fact, a reward for a man to spend upon his wife. Askinuhunna min haythu sakantum min wujdikum, that provide them residence where you reside according to your means. Again, how much you afford, you need to provide them. And then Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in Bukhari said that innaka lan tunfiqu nafaqatan tabtaghi biha wajha Allahi illa ujirta alayha hatta ma taj'alu fi fami ratak, that you will be rewarded for whatever you spend for Allah's sake, even if it were a morsel which you put in your wife's mouth. This is, mashallah, many of the tablighi people have heard that you go in and give gulab jamun to your wife, or give. So this is something that we should do. And but that is like this means that you need to provide to your wives whatever you can based on what your means are. Okay? Non-financial rights, to provide them with love and affection. So that is something that we must do, and that is the one of the main reasons that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created this relationship, right? To that the men and the woman find peace and tranquility and the love between them, right? So the sukoon that they should. So we need to give them that affection. So this is very important. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that وَمِنْ آيَاتِهِ أَنْ خَلَقَ لَكُم مِّنْ أَنفُسِكُمْ أَزْوَاجًا لِتَسْكُنُوا, that so that you can find tranquility within, right? In them. إِلَيْهَا وَجَعَلَ بَيْنَكُمْ مَوَدَّةً وَرَحْمَةً, and He has created love and kindness between you. Surely inna fi dhalika al-ayat liqawmi yatafakkarun. Surely in this there are signs for people who who reflect. ये सारी चीज़ें जो है ना बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है. हम एक दूसरे के साथ जो है वो ये रिश्ता ही बनाया गया इसलिए कि इसमें एक दूसरे के लिए सुकून का बायस बने, ना कि जो है क्या कहते हैं एक टेंशन का बायस बने. तो इसलिए इसमें अल्लाह सुब्हानहू व तआला कह रहे हैं कि और रहमत और मोहब्बत का जो रिश्ता है ये मियाँ बीवी का बहुत ही एक डेलिकेट रिश्ता है. तो इसलिए हमें इसमें एक तो अल्लाह ताला से मांगते भी रहना चाहिए और अल्लाह ताला की बातों पे अमल करते हुए ये सारी चीज़ें अल्लाह ताला फिर उसमें इस रिश्ते में मोहब्बत भी डालते हैं और रहमत भी डालते हैं. लेकिन ये हमारी जिम्मेदारियों में से. ये एक पॉइंट था विच आई वांटेड टू emphasize a bit more today, maybe 5 minutes, and then we'll, because this is something that I think we did not touch base with during the 3 sessions that we had with Shaykh. It's absolutely very important, and unfortunately in this day and age we, both men and women, are falling for this in terms of just having light discussions with our friends and family members. Boys do that, and there are certain phrases that men use when discussing with about their marriage life between the friends, right? After marriage, immediately after the first night, and all of those discussions that happen. This is so wrong. हमें ये बिल्कुल भी जो है क्या कहते हैं ये चीज़ें नहीं करनी चाहिए. What is private between man and wife, husband and wife, should remain private. बहुत सख्त जो है ना अल्फाज हजूर सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम ने यहाँ पे हदीस में आता है कि the most wicked man among people in the eye of Allah on the day of judgment is the man who goes to his wife and she comes to him and then he divulges her secret. This is obviously to the men, but the same goes with women as well. That if they go in and have discussions with their mother, with their sisters, with their friends about what has happened in the room, is so bad. It's the most wicked person. So we should not do this. And कहीं पे भी हम अगर ये चीज़ें देखें तो we should definitely discourage it. So this is something that we should not do at all ourselves, and we should also discourage others if we are seeing that in a very obviously with wisdom. So at this, and then there is obviously respect and honor, which we have already discussed. How many are there? Intellectual growth. Okay. So I think that these are the topics that we have probably already discussed. The respect we need to give to our wives, Um, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, وَعَاشِرُهُنَّ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ, and live them with honorably. And then the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam قال خيركم خيركم لأهله وأنا خيركم لأهلي, that the best of you is the one who is best with your wife, and I am the best among you with my wife, right? And the other hadith, لا يفرق مؤمن مؤمنة إن كره منها خلقا رضي منها آخر. A believing man should not hate a believing woman. If he dislikes one of her characters, he will be pleased with other. So it is so common that we say, "Oh, my wife does this, that," in all things. But just reflect on things which she is good at, which she supports us with, right? We are always complaining about things which she does not have or which she does do wrong, but we do not look at things which she is doing right, right? She's caring from morning till evening, our kids, making sure that they are fed properly and trained and all of that. And if at night she's a bit grumpy because of managing our kids, then we start complaining. So that's not something that we should do. Give them respect and look at their good things rather than looking at what shortcomings that they have. In education and intellectual growth, that's something that we need to look at and make sure that we provide to them. We should consult our wives. We have already done the examples with Sheikh Saab around various occasions where Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam has consulted his wives. At Sulh Hudaybiyah, he did that, right, at the time of that, and then other various other examples that we have. Fair and equal treatment, that if someone has multiple wives, more than one wife, then to treat them equally. It's very natural to have love, some more inclination toward one as opposed to other, but in terms of treating them, we should be fair and equal and just with all of them. So that's also something that we have discussed. So that's it. Any questions before I move on to another topic today? So this was just a recap of what we have already done with Sheikh Saab. So that's why I went it very quickly. ये बेसिकली सिर्फ रिकैप था जो हमने ऑलरेडी मुज़ाकरा था जो ऑलरेडी शेख साहब के साथ कर चुके हैं, इसलिए मैं बहुत तेज़ी से इसमें गुजर गया, बहुत ज़्यादा टाइम नहीं स्पेंड किया. कोई सवाल है तो जी.
The hadith which was about the private, private part of
Our life, yes.
so I think that hadith is specifically only for that private.
Anything which is discussed, or obviously that is more focusing towards our relationship, intimate relationship between husband and wife. But in general, if something private husband has shared with his wife or wife has shared with her husband, then that should also. And anyways, there's a principle in Adeen that whatever has been discussed between the two, al majalis bil amana, that if that majlis is with amana, right? With so if you have discussed it in private, then that is, you should not be going out and discussing with others. So that principle is still stay true in this case as well. So yes, in that specific intimate relationship, if you are going out and discussing that, that is what the focus of this is. But in generalize, you can generalize it to any other private discussions that you may have with your wife.
How really means your private. For example, I am limited specific amount, not too much, limited I have a wife, I have a father, I have a mother, right? And I have to spend it. If I look only to this hadith, it's saying that first you spend your life. In that case, okay. But there are other hadith, like for example, I read, I may be wrong. There was a person who came to the Prophet and complained about his father, and then the Prophet called the father, and then finally the Prophet said that you and your wealth is all for your father. And then there was another man, he came to the Prophet. Finally, the Prophet advised that the one who has like the most haq on you is your mother, is your mother, is your mother. And then I think he went to the father, right? Like,
So
how we maintain this
that is the right of some parents, that you need to spend, make sure when they go become old to, and if they are not able to provide for themselves, then this becomes your responsibility to provide for them. So their needs are something that you must do. So it's not, if you have money enough to spend other than your responsibilities, then you need to spend on yourself and your wives and all. So that is extra money that we are talking about, right? So your responsibility is obviously you're providing a house or the place to live for your wife, and if your parents are dependent upon you, even if old age, the parents have enough, they are not dependent upon you, then it's not your responsibility to provide for them. But if they are dependent upon you, then it is your responsibility. Obviously, your money, your wealth is what based on what you have just mentioned, the hadith. The it is your father can take it. It is their right as well, because all what you are right now is because of them. So this is, so yes, but if you're, as per the responsibility, you are responsible for ensuring, if they are dependent upon you, and if they go, if they are not earning and they have reached old age, then and they are dependent, then you need to provide for them as well. That's your responsibility.
there should be some like a balance.
Obviously it has to be a balance, it has to be a balance, yes, definitely. Okay, let's park it now for this. Today, I wanted to discuss with you regarding exams. Just a quick recap of what we have done. तो आज जो है बेसिकली चूंकि एग्जाम्स अब नेक्स्ट वीक से शुरू हो रहे हैं, तो वी जस्ट वांटेड टू डू अ recap of things related to exam. You guys know that we have now from this year changed to semester system. We'll have 3 semesters. This is the first semester. It's not a midterm. This is a semester final exams that you are having स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम नेक्स्ट वीक. ठीक है, ये सेमेस्टर के फाइनल एग्जाम्स हैं, ये कोई मिड टर्म नहीं है. तो इट इज़ वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट एग्जाम्स दैट यू हैव. ठीक है, तो गिव देम इट्स ड्यू राइट. ये कोई क्लास टेस्ट या मिड टर्म एग्जाम्स नहीं हो रहे, ये फाइनल एग्जाम्स हो रहे हैं सेमेस्टर के. तो उसका जो है ना ख्याल रखिएगा. फॉर एवरी वन एल्स फ्रॉम AS3 to AS9 English Urdu, it will be, so the semester exams will be N-1. So we have 3 semester exams. So best of 2 will be picked up. So if you have, and best of 2, not in the entirety. So let's say you have, Umar, which subjects you have? Fiqh, Tafsir, Sira. Let's take these 3. So if in Fiqh, Umar has got 10, 50 and 80 marks in 3 semesters. In Tafsir, he has got 50, 80 and 10 in 3 semesters. And in Sira, he has got 60, 80 and 100 in 3 semesters. So basically how it will be that for Tafsir, it would be the last 2 semesters that would be picked up. For Fiqh, it would be the first 2 semesters, and for Sira, it would be the last 2 semesters. So that's the best of 2 semesters for individual subjects that would be picked up. Okay? So if you are not able to give any exams or a specific semester altogether, then basically you are left with just 2, and that would be it. So and there is a minimum passing marks of 50% altogether and in individual semester as well for you to pass. तो मैं अब जस्ट उर्दू में इसको रिपीट कर दूं कि हमारे सेमेस्टर जो है ना 3 सेमेस्टर्स हैं, और उसमें आपको जो बेस्ट ऑफ 2 होंगे वो आपके उससे नंबर्स बनेंगे, और वो सब्जेक्ट वाइज होगा। तो अगर आपने फिक में 10, 40 और 50 नंबर लिए हैं तीनों सेमेस्टर में, और तफसीर में आपने जो है ना 50, 60 और 80 नंबर लिए हैं, और सीरा में आपने जो है क्या कहते हैं 60, 80 और 100 नंबर लिए हैं, तो पहले सेमेस्टर में फिक में आपको चूंकि सबसे कम नंबर थे, तो आपके आखिरी 2 सेमेस्टर्स के नंबर आपके काउंट हो करके उससे मिलेंगे, और तफसीर के अंदर आपके पहले 2 सेमेस्टर के नंबर्स मिलेंगे, और इसी तरीके से आपका सीरा के अंदर आखिरी 2, चूंकि वो 80 और 100 थे, तो वो उससे मिला के आपका फाइनल बनेगा। पासिंग मार्क्स जो हैं वो 50% हैं ओवरऑल भी, और इंडिविजुअल सेमेस्टर के भी पासिंग। तो अगर 50% से कम किसी का आएगा तो वो पास नहीं होगा। इससे रिलेटेड कोई सवाल है सेमेस्टर सिस्टम से रिलेटेड? हाँ, AS3 to AS9 मैंने कहा है ये, ठीक है। फॉर AS1 एंड AS2, first two semesters, the best of the two, you'll whichever is the best, you'll be basically the number would be picked up. Third semester for AS1 and AS2 would be mandatory. Okay, so you have to give the third semester exams, and that would be picked up. So अगर आपका नहव में फर्स्ट में आपके 50% आए हैं, सेकंड में आपके 70% आए हैं, और थर्ड इज अ मस्ट, थर्ड में अगर लेट्स से 40% नंबर आए हैं, तो आपके फर्स्ट और सेकंड में चूंकि 50 और 70 थे, तो उसमें से बेस्ट ऑफ द 2 आएगा, तो विच इज 70, एंड द थर्ड इज 40, तो दैट वुड बी पिक्ड अप एज 40, ठीक है। तो ये वुड नॉट बी के 50 एंड 70 विल बी पिक्ड अप, 70 and 40 will be picked up, क्योंकि थर्ड इज अ मैंडेटरी सेमेस्टर फॉर AS1 एंड AS2। तो ये चीज इंपॉर्टेंट है, इसका ख्याल रखना है, ठीक है। कोई सवाल? देयर वोंट बी एनी सप्लीमेंट्री फॉर एनी ऑफ द एग्जाम्स, ठीक है। नीदर द थर्ड सेमेस्टर, सेकेंड सेमेस्टर, फर्स्ट सेमेस्टर। सो एंड देयर वोंट बी एनी प्रिपरेटरी लीव्स। कोई इम्तिहान की तैयारी के लिए आपको टाइम नहीं मिली, क्योंकि वैसे ही दो महीनों का तो कोर्स है ये, 2 सेमेस्टर, बेसिकली ईच सेमेस्टर इज 2 months, तो वैसे ही छोटा सा कोर्स है, तो इसमें कोई इतना ज़्यादा तैयारी की ज़रूरत नहीं है। So there won't be any preparatory leaves that would be given prior to the exams. For all of UAE students, ये बहुत important चीज़ है। Every UAE student must give the exam in person, ठीक है। Only exception could be for Dubai, Sharjah, Ajman students, there is absolutely no exception. Until and unless there is a extremely valid reason जिसकी वजह से you are not able to come in person, extremely valid. And for that you need to get a permission, and I'll be the one that would be signing off. So you need to send an email if there is an extremely valid reason. I'm emphasizing on extremely valid, क्योंकि I will not be allowing anyone from Dubai, Ajman, and Sharjah to give the exam in online. So every one of you will have to come all 6 days or 4 days or whatever your exams are in person to give. If you have a valid, extremely valid reason, then you send an email to alimprogram@noorulilm.com, and we'll review it, and we'll give you a formal notification whether your application has been accepted or not. Otherwise, agar you have not got an email back, or your application is rejected, in either of the case you will have to come in person, otherwise you will be marked absent. You will not even see the exam online, you will not be able to submit the exam online. Okay, very, very clear. For students staying in Ras Al Khaimah, Alain and Abu Dhabi. Weekends is still mandatory, no exceptions. For weekdays, if it is not possible for you, then you also need to send an email. But your excuse would be that during the weekdays you are not able to come in for this reason. You are getting off at from work at from this, but you need to also justify. But it would not be extremely valid reason. But yeah, it still needs to be a valid reason for you to not. But yeah, those people can be excused for weekdays, not for weekends. ठीक है जी. No, it's not an excuse. Having no transport is not an excuse. There is metro. You if a metro comes right next to the institute, weather is pretty good. No, this it is not you need to arrange. Make sure that you get someone, some other student who is coming across to just do a carpool and come. It is not an excuse for having no transport. जी जी शरिया essentials के भी एग्जाम है. Sorry. जी Sharia essentials also will have exams on. They will also have exams only on Saturday and Sunday, and uh, on Saturday it's 3 hours, so two papers, and on Sunday it will be just one paper, I think. So I think date sheet is given to you, so you look and follow that. But Sharia essentials will also have exams as well, and it is also mandatory for them to come in person. And same rule applies for them. So all UAE based must come. Now, because it is mandatory for you to come, make sure that you come on time as well. So paper starts at 9 a.m. in on the weekends, 9 to 10:30 on both on Saturday and Sunday. Right? It's 9, right? 9. And over the weekdays, it is 8 to 10, 8 to 9:30. 8:30? 8:30 to 10. So make sure that you are here by 50, at least 15 minutes prior to the exam, and seated well at the time, because the exam will be only 1.5 hours. You won't have enough time if you come late to complete. So we'll not give extra time. If you are for some reason late, we may disallow you to sit in the exam. May, right? It depends on the condition, but it could happen that we'll maybe first day teacher will warn you, but then if it is a repeated mistake, then we'll may allow you not to, or disallow you to sit in the exam. Okay, that can happen. Examination room, please do not bring in your bags, books, mobile phones. Keep it, or give, if even if you are bringing it here, give it to the invigilator so that he can keep it in the table, or maybe put it somewhere in the room. We'll let you know which room you can put your bags and stuff there. So make sure that you keep your mobile in there as well, but do not bring in any mobile, books, or bags in the examination room. Please make sure that you do that. Then there are just general etiquettes that while in the during the exams, do not talk, एक दूसरे से बातें ना करें. Agar if you have, like for instance, we have seen many times that someone requires a pen or a rubber or a whatever, like scale or whatever, from other person. So do not directly interact with the fellow student. Just raise your hand, stand up, ask the invigilator that I need this, can I get? So the invigilator would then come and take or get it for you. Right? Do not do it yourself. एक so just ये मैं ख़त्म कर लूँ, उसके बाद फिर सवाल पूछ लेता हूँ. तो so sitting plan would be shared with you, right? Please sit according to the sitting plan. तो सीटिंग प्लान जो है वो आप लोगों को शेयर कर दिया जाएगा, यहाँ पे कहीं पे लगा देंगे, विल लेट यू नो कि कहाँ आप लोगों ने बैठना है, तो प्लीज़ वहाँ उसी लिहाज से आ करके बैठिएगा। ठीक है। अपनी चीज़ें साथ लेके आइएगा, जो बुक पेन, यानी अगर वो जो पेन पेंसिल वगैरह जो चीज़ें स्टेशनरी अपनी लेके आएँ, ताकि आपको किसी से मांगने की ज़रूरत ना पड़े। इफ़ यू हैव फिनिश्ड योर एग्जाम, डू नॉट come forward and hand over the answer sheets. Rather, just raise your hand. Invigilator will come in, take your attendance, and will take the paper from you. ठीक है। तो आप लोग जिन जिन का एग्जाम खत्म हो जाए, उनको वहीं इधर आ करके इन्विजिलेटर को पेपर देने की जरूरत नहीं है, आप वहीं पे हाथ उठाएं, ताकि इन्विजिलेटर आपके पास आए, आपसे एग्जाम अटेंडेंस पे साइन करवाएगा और फिर वो ले लेगा। जी। हम्म। नहीं, पेंसिल से नहीं, प्रेफर्ड इज पेन। नहीं नहीं, पेपर वील गिव, द आंसर शीट वील प्रोवाइड। ठीक है, पेपर आंसर शीट वील प्रोवाइड। You can bring in that cardboard if you want to write in on or help writing it, right? So, pen and cardboard if you want to bring cardboard. Online students. Gee, online students, you need to log in. So the Zoom link would be given. It would be available on your LMSs, right, Fahim bhai? Zoom link will be available on the LMS, right? So they need to connect to an exam link. Online people. So you need to connect to the Zoom link and make sure that your camera remains open. So, and if you connect through your mobile, then what happens is that if you are switching between to looking at the paper and also your camera gets closed. So make sure either if you are connecting through mobile to connect to with a different mobile, so that your camera always remains open and is on you. And But preferred is if you connect through your laptop or your phone or your desktop. ठीक है, with the camera focused on you. Camera should always be open for online people. Online students will be given 15 minutes extra. And the prime reason for it is that once the 90 minutes are done, they can scan their answer sheets and upload it on the LMS. So 15 minutes for scanning and uploading it as a one single PDF. It should not be a picture taken, multiple pictures taken from your mobile. It should be one PDF. If you have taken it from your mobile, the pictures, and if it is not readable, then you will not be given marks for it, right? We will not ask you to resubmit those things as well. Again, it will be marked based on what teacher can read or not read. So make sure that it is scanned with a proper quality, and as a single PDF you need to upload it on LMS. You will not be able to upload after 15 minutes of the end time. So make sure that you give yourself enough time to scan and upload and have that readily available with you. ठीक है, जो लोग ऑनलाइन हैं उनके लिए जो है ना 15 मिनट का एक्स्ट्रा टाइम दिया जाएगा, और वो उसका मकसद है कि आप पेपर को स्कैन करके अपलोड कर सकें एज अ सिंगल PDF। ठीक है, वो पिक्चर्स ले करके मोबाइल से नहीं कीजिएगा, और अगर मोबाइल से आप पिक्चर ले भी रहे हैं तो उसको एज अ सिंगल PDF बना के अपलोड करना है, और उसकी क्वालिटी अच्छी होनी चाहिए, क्योंकि अगर क्वालिटी ख़राब हुई और टीचर रीड नहीं कर रहा होगा तो हम आपसे दोबारा से वो पेपर नहीं मांगेंगे। उसी जो पेपर आपने सबमिट किया होगा उसी के बेसिस पे आपको मार्क्स मिलेंगे। तो मेक श्योर करें कि वो आपने अच्छे तरीके से वो किया हुआ। Or once you are done with it, once you have uploaded your exam on LMS, please notify. There would be a teacher with you on LMS as well on Zoom. So please notify that teacher first, and that you have uploaded it. When teacher will check whether your PDF is downloadable and is opening up, when he confirms that, then leave the class. Please do not leave beforehand, because sometimes we have seen that when the file that you have attached is incorrect or corrupt and it's not opening up. So the teacher will ask you then to re-upload the file there and then. ठीक है, so make sure करना है आपने कि जब आपका इम्तिहान ख़त्म हो जाए तो जूम पे टीचर होंगे। वो टीचर जो है आपको, आप उनको बताएं कि जी मेरा इम्तिहान ख़त्म हो गया, मैंने अपलोड कर दिया है इम्तिहान जो है एलएमएस में, तो वो डाउनलोड करके चेक करेंगे कि आपका फ़ाइल खुल रही है सही तरीके से, और फिर आपको बताएंगे, तब आप जाइएगा, वरना उससे पहले नहीं जाइएगा। ठीक है। Uh, Many people, students ask, especially those on in person, okay, can we go to the washroom? So make sure that you are coming here relieved. It's only 90 minutes, not much time for you to go and relieve yourself and come back again. So you come refreshed for the exam, stay for the 90 minutes, and then go and do whatever you want to do afterwards. ठीक है? और कोई सवाल है किसी को? Anyone? जी। Tarjuma Quran for those who are having Tarjuma, not Tafsir. So AS3 has Tafsir, right? They'll have a written exam, but Tajweed and Hifz they also have, so that would be oral. For any other class who has Quran translation or the Tarjuma Quran, jo hai, that would be a oral exam in person. In person.
एज कम होने के लिए हमारे साथ पिछला उन्होंने हमें बताया वो स्लाइड्स अपलोड करेंगे। उन्होंने शायद 2-3 बार मैंने किसी को बताया भी है, लेकिन हमें स्लाइड्स मिल नहीं एलएमएस में।
आप हैं बैकअप शेख साहब? Who is taking backup of it? Eman bhai. Can you ask Eman bhai to upload? ठीक है, we'll get it upload. We'll upload. Fahim bhai, can you do it from backend? कर सकते हैं? So please get it done. वो the huh? We'll give you the files. Tahara you are reading, studying, right? Tahara, purification. Yeah, yeah. So I'll give you the slides. ठीक है। और कोई सवाल? फहीम भाई मेक श्योर आज ही हो जाए, ठीक है? जी। सॉरी, मोबाइल नहीं हो सकता। मोबाइल कैन नॉट बी इन द क्लास while you are giving the exam. So what if you have brought in, please keep it on the table. ठीक है? Ideally तो keep it in your bags. We'll provide a room कि इधर पे सारे bags रख दें. But if you have brought it into the examination hall, then give it to the invigilator. We should not have anyone should not have the mobile in their pockets. आके दें। अगर if those who, from Abu Dhabi, Alan and Rasul Khaima, if they are not able, if they need to do this judgment, if they are not able to based on their work responsibilities, ideally तो they should take a leave. लेकिन अगर वो नहीं ले सकते हैं early off and they are finishing work around 6-7, so obviously they'll not be able to. So you need to manage it. Agar if you think that on these days you will not be able to come or get off from the work early enough, then just send the email early enough. So how much time do you need? Hmm? हाँ हाँ हाँ। Allow. We cannot do that. Allow online in between, like a day for one or two students. नहीं, नहीं, allow on disallow online किया हुआ है, and then we allow it for one paper, two papers. Can we do that in between for not majority but some chaos होगा? So those, yes, okay. So basically, so because of technical limitations, we are requesting everyone who for Abu Dhabi, Alain, and Ras Al Khaimah, if you think that you will not be able to come over the weekends or weekdays, um, decide now and let us know now, because we need to make sure that we, because those who will be coming, they need to let us know now, or those who will not be able to come during the weekdays, then also they need to inform us now, because then accordingly we'll give you access to the online papers, and those who will be coming, we'll disallow access to the online papers for them. Okay? So make sure that you do that within this week before the exam starts on Saturday. Ideally, by Thursday, inform us, get the written approval. Always make sure that you get the written approval from us through email. Written means through as a response from email. And even those who are within Dubai, Sharjah, and Ajman, if you have a extremely valid reason, then also make sure that you send an email between now and Thursday, and make sure you get the response back before that. Any questions? No? हम्म ऑलरेडी बहुत लेट हो गए जी, ठीक है, चलें। आखिर अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह रब्बिल आलमीन। अस्सलाम वालेकुम रहमतुल्लाह।